1 minute ago, Rupert Lowe blasts Labour over explosive debate, Parliament tensions boil over. Whoa. You need to see this. Just 1 minute ago, the entire House of Commons was stunned into silence, then erupted in absolute chaos. And at the centre of it all, Rupert Lowe, the former Brexit Party MEP turned political firebrand, just lit up Parliament with one of the most direct, unapologetic speeches we've seen in months. And it wasn't just fiery, it was personal. Labour MPs were left scrambling. Some shouted back. Others sat frozen. But one thing is clear. Rupert Lowe just changed the mood in Westminster. And what he said has people all across the UK and beyond talking. Let's break it down. This happened during a heated parliamentary debate over the government's latest economic proposals, but it didn't take long before the conversation shifted to deeper frustrations about trust, accountability, and who's really looking out for the British public. Lowe, known for his straight-talking, anti-establishment style, stood up and did not hold back. He slammed what he called decades of Labour failure masked by clever PR and false promises. And then, with tension already mounting, he turned directly toward the Labour front bench. "You talk about fairness," he said, voice sharp, "but where was fairness when working-class communities were left behind, when industries were wiped out, when truth was replaced by spin?" You could feel the shift in the chamber. Gasps, grumbles, and a whole lot of nervous glances. Lowe wasn't done. He brought up broken pledges from housing, to NHS support, to immigration, and accused Labour of talking like revolutionaries, but governing like careerists. The moment was electric. One eyewitness sitting in the press gallery told reporters, "It was like someone opened the windows and let in a gust of raw, unfiltered anger." Parliament didn't know how to handle it. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because while the Labour leadership tried to brush it off, calling Lowe's comments grandstanding and deeply inappropriate for a serious debate, the public reaction was something else entirely. Within minutes, clips of the speech flooded X and TikTok. One user posted, "Finally someone saying what we all feel, Parliament isn't listening to real people anymore." Another comment went viral. "Rupert Lowe just said more truth in 2 minutes than most politicians say in an entire term." And it's not just fringe voices. Some political analysts, even those critical of Lowe's ideology, admitted that his attack hit a nerve. One BBC contributor tweeted, "Whether you agree with him or not, this was a warning shot. Voters are fed up. They want action, not applause lines." So what does this mean for Labour? Well, they're under pressure. The party has been positioning itself as the safe alternative to years of Conservative leadership, especially with a general election on the horizon. But moments like this, they shake that narrative. Because no matter how polished the policies sound, Lowe's outburst reminded everyone that trust, not manifestos, is what voters crave right now. And if Labour can't rebuild that trust, voices like Lowe's are only going to get louder. Even some within Labour are quietly acknowledging it. One unnamed backbencher reportedly told a journalist just minutes after the speech, "We keep pretending everything is under control, but this is the second warning shot this week. We need to stop managing headlines and start delivering on substance." Meanwhile, in the background, the polls are shifting. Slowly, subtly but undeniably. Smaller parties are gaining ground. Voter apathy is turning into quiet anger. And independents are starting to look more like serious players than fringe noise. And that's what Rupert Lowe tapped into today. Not just frustration with Labour, but frustration with all of it. The staged debates. The sound bites. The same old political theater. He threw a wrench into the script and people noticed. So, what happens now? Expect Labour to go on the defensive. Expect leadership to issue carefully worded statements. Maybe even roll out a surprise policy push to shift the narrative. But behind the scenes, one thing is certain. That speech changed something. And not just in the chamber but out here, where the real conversations are happening. In living rooms. On buses. Around lunch tables. In group chats. People are watching. Listening. And most of all waiting. Waiting to see who actually has the courage to lead. Because today, Rupert Lowe brought the fire. But tomorrow, the pressure is on everyone else. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more breaking updates and real-time political analysis. What do you think, was Rupert Lowe speaking truth to power, or just stirring the pot? Drop your thoughts below. And stay tuned, because if today was a spark, tomorrow might be the explosion.